Just before the main road, he heard the sound of gunfire and slammed his foot down on the accelerator, gambling that it was traffic-free because he had no intention of slowing down for the give way sign. He took the junction on 2 wheels and roared away. A glance in his rearview mirror told him that a black car was speeding after him. Determined not to let it get close enough for the passenger to take another shot, he hurtled along a sequence of minor roads until he came to a sign for the motorway. Deciding the heavily trafficked artery was his best bet to keep his skin intact, Jake drove to a busy service station and drew up his car amid an ocean of parked vehicles. Only when he had locked the Porsche did he see the neat bullet hole puncturing his boot. He swore. The Porsche was his pride and joy, and he was more concerned at the damage to the car than possible injury to himself. He grabbed the wicker basket and hurried away from the vehicle, realizing it was too easily identifiable, even among the thousands of others. He mingled with the milling travelers in the cafeteria. After finding a quieter corner, he rang a special number and demanded backup. Within 10 minutes, body-armored police in black gear with helmets and shields were surrounding him. They accompanied him back to the Porsche in this way, where Jake swore again, because meanwhile someone had caused further damage to the boot by jemming it open. "We'll drive your car to the station, sir. It'd be wiser if you came with us." "Hang on, what's this?" The officer who had taken Jake's car keys ran a trained eye under the dashboard, groped around, and withdrew a detonator. "They've planted explosives while you were enjoying a coffee, sir." He hunted further and produced a putty explosive. "Semtex, enough to send you to Kingdom Come." He handed it over to another officer, who placed it in a blast-resistant container. Jake watched as the officer drove his car away, but could see no black saloon following it out on the motorway. Logically, they'd all be under observation, and the watchers had no further use for his Porsche. He knew for sure that he'd never have spotted the planted bomb, and shuddered at the thought. Whether they would risk another attempt on his life while he was heavily guarded was another matter. The answer came shortly, because Jake was placed in a square of raised anti-riot shields and marched to a security vehicle. There, as he was being helped into the rear of the van, a sniper's bullet pinged off the armored steel, close to his head, and the helping hand turned into a violent shove. The police piled aboard, and the driver picked his way out of the crowded service station. "Bloody cheek," said one of the officers. "These subversives are bold and getting braver." He barked orders into a radio, designed to have the facilities thoroughly checked for hostiles, and confirmed the safety of his charge, Jake Conley. Within the refuge of the bulletproof transport, Jake checked the rolls of parchment. Each one bore the same painstaking handwriting style employed by the elves, every line formulated with exquisite care. The name, address, membership number, and date of birth of the individual provided everything MI5 needed. There would surely be widespread arrests throughout Yorkshire as a result of this collective effort by the elves, but he wondered how many narrow escapes he might have before the Brethren succeeded in putting an end to his espionage activities.